You may feel in general about life that evil people are more richer and evil people can earn more money easily. And if you are a dharmic person, it's hard to accumulate money. This is something that I seen, this belief system, this thought process is something that I have seen far common among general population. So why is it so? And is it true? First of all, you need to challenge this belief first of all, because it's not entirely true. Yeah, evil people can accumulate money easily. I'm not saying that dharmic person cannot do that too. There are dharmic people who can accumulate money easily in this planet at this moment of time. I'm talking about it. Okay, I'm not talking about some far-fetched idea. Okay, or something that is possible in future. It's happening at this moment. There are dharmic people who earn lot of money through dharmic means in a justful way. They earn money in a justful way, but that too a lot of money. I have seen people in real life, and I have seen people who are in higher positions do that too. So this belief lingering in our mind that evil people can only earn a lot of money is false. But how is it false? And if it is false, then why I don't see a tangible reality like that in my present day-to-day life? So I'm going to break this thought process first of all, because this is a very strong process where evil and accumulation of money is associated strongly among the general population. I'm not saying that this is with everyone, but this belief is something that is lingering in most of the general society. Now, I'm going to break this thought process, because if you have association of extraordinary levels of money with evil, then you won't have a satisfying life, because that will stop your abundance. If you have this belief pattern, trust me, the association of evil with money, indirectly or unconsciously, or even consciously for that matter, if you have this belief system, then breaking it is a very essential part of accumulating money. So let's go into this topic. And it's a very crucial topic everyone should see, because this is a topic that's focusing on the abundance issues, one of the greatest abundance issues that is within the humans. General population don't have economic abundance because they don't understand the dynamics behind Ma Lakshmi. Ma Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth, right? But you need to understand the dynamics of Lakshmi in order to earn money. And I have given a certain video for understanding the dynamics of Mahalakshmi, but there is more to it. There is an ocean of knowledge around Mahalakshmi and how to earn money. But the first fundamental element is having a clear vision for your life, which is something that evil people have. If you observe an evil person and if you observe a cunning businessman, he has a clear vision for his life. Lakshmi, Ma Lakshmi appreciates a visionary. Remember this. If you don't have clear vision for your life, then naturally you won't earn money. It's a justful approach by nature, trust me. Because if you don't have a clear vision, then where will you invest your energy? Where will you invest your focus? Where will you have proper commitment? Only a person who has clear vision and a broader vision can earn money, lot of abundance, because only a person who has a clear vision can handle lots of economic abundance and also abundance of other sorts. I'm not talking only about economic abundance here. Okay, yes, money is a form of abundance, but there are other forms of abundance too. Even food is also a form of abundance. Okay, it's also Shri. There are so many different forms of Shri. Remember this. Okay, so to get a lots of abundant resources in your life, various forms of resources, you need to have clear vision. This is something that is lacking in general population. This is where evil people score high. Unfortunately, because evil people have clear vision. They are evil, but also they have a clear vision. Without clear vision, Ma Lakshmi won't bless you with abundance, because she will be like, you don't have clear vision, you have good character. Yes, I appreciate you, but you, because you don't have clear vision, you cannot execute your skills. You cannot be a powerful person. Now, naturally, you cannot have a proper life without clear vision, right? That's why Mahalakshmi Maa hesitates to give you proper wealth. Remember this. Wealth is possible when there is clear vision. Abundance becomes impossible when you have unclear vision. So having a clear vision is a very important ingredient when it comes to attracting Mahalakshmi. Remember this. So this is where evil people score. It's not that universe is unfair, okay? Universe is fair. When you have a clear vision, it supports your venture. So you may ask me, Just because evil people have clear vision doesn't mean that they are earning money. So, is there any more factor to it? Yes, there are more factors backing up the element of economic abundance. Okay, and economic abundance follows another thing, which is along with clear vision, you should have something called confidence. This is something that is lacking in so many people. Some people may say that I have a good character, but I'm suffering in my life. I have a good character, I'm suffering in my life. I have a good character, I have suffered in my life. I see this statement so many times in so many events. I hear this statement a lot of time in my life. Okay, from so many different people and so many different places, I hear the statement again and again. But the problem is that when you lack confidence, even that statement is coming from a lack of confidence. Trust me. When they say that I have a good character, but I don't have a prosperous life, I don't have economic prosperity, I don't have peace in my family, even in spite of my good character, it means that you don't have confidence in yourself. You may be a good character, you may be a honest person, you may be a person with integrity, but you don't have something called skill, power, confidence, clear vision. You need these qualities. Otherwise, Ma Lakshmi will hesitate to bless you with abundance. Because even though you have a good character, you have integrity, honesty, you don't have something called emotional stability. You don't have clear vision to execute your character, to make use of your character. See, you have your foundation strong, but you don't have no building to support that foundation, right? See, if you just lay the foundation and if you don't build anything on it, what is the use of that foundation, man? You may have a strong foundation, you may have even bigger foundation for your life, but most people stop with building their foundation. They don't go up building something great through that foundation. This is very crucial. If you are an architect, you just lay foundation, a big, a strong foundation, and you don't build any building on top of that. It's just laying the foundation and leaving no building on the top of that foundation has any purpose for it. No, right? So to build a building and to live in that building or to do something constructive in that building, you are laying a foundation. Remember that the good character that you are talking about as an individual is strong foundation, but that building supports your good character through being a productive person, through being a person who can actively participate in the society and make something productive in the society so that you can be wealthy. So remember this, not only having a good character is important, also clear vision, peace of mind, emotional stability for that matter. So many elements play into wealth. Remember this. Most people have this plain statement about good character, good character, good character. And it irritates me, to be honest, because you lack so many other elements which pulls abundance out of your life, and you don't focus on that, and you play victim to the universe. I'm like, oh, pity me, universe. I'm like this. Why are you like this? Why are you avenging me like that? What is the use of that? Be constructive when it comes to approaching abundance, because this is a very big healing block. Remember this. This also relates to healing. Remember this, because if you don't have the ability to attract abundance in your life, you will feel like a victim all your life. Then naturally you would feel that life is avenging you, and then you will become wounded more and more and more wounded, and you won't have the ability to repair your life, to reconstruct your life. And remember this intersection, okay, which is only a person who has confidence within him, only a person who has self-trust can build a clear vision. That's why I brought clear vision as the first element, but the element that supports that clear vision is confidence and self-worth. If you don't have the ability to build self-worth in your life, then naturally you will fall down. You won't have the ability to build a clear vision. Just imagine yourself. If you are a person who has no self-worth, a very low self-worth, then can you create a vision which is clear, broad, and effective for your life? No, right? So naturally, this applies for everyone as society. So people don't give enough time to create a clear vision for their life. They just go on with their life. They will be like, I have to survive. I have to survive. I have to bring food to my table. So I'm going to not focus on myself. Focus on self improvement. focus on improving myself, empowering myself. You need to empower yourself as an individual. So this is where the final element of the evil comes in. Evil always focusing on empowering themselves. But you, as a good person, a person of good character, a moral character, a honest character, an integral person, don't have a focus on building your power. Imagine an evil businessman, okay? An evil businessman has all the qualities that I have stated before and also the quality that I'm stating right now, which is accumulating power. They have the intention to accumulate power, to build power into their life, to build influence. And you may have this indirect, how to say, belief that if you want to accumulate power, if you want to have influence in life, it's automatically evil. You may have the subconscious association and stop that, because you can have that same power, same influence, same ability to influence people with the positive direction also, for the well-being of others, for the well-being of yourself. At the same time, you can create a win-win scenario through power. So building power, empowering yourself, accumulating power is not inherently evil. You can accumulate power for wrong reasons. You can accumulate power for right reasons also. So only a powerful person is respected by Lakshmi. Ma Lakshmi respects you when you have power, when you have the ability to build power in your life, personal power. Focus on building your personal power. This is my formula for Ma Lakshmi. This is very crucial. And this intersects with all the points that I have said previously. Having clear vision, having self-worth, having emotional stability, all falls under the quality of building personal power. When you have this intention to build personal power, this is something that you are going to do from this point in your life. Remember this. The mantra that you do builds your personal power. The practices that you do builds personal power. Empowering yourself with lots of skills builds you power. Ability to approach people builds power. Ability to use your body in various ways builds power. There are so many infinitesimal ways to build your power. Don't restrict power with money alone. Yes, money brings power, but there are so many other forms of power that you can leverage in this creation. Remember that. This is very crucial in order to invite abundance. Ma Lakshmi Maa, I will say this again. Ma Lakshmi Maa respects a person who has personal power. You should feel powerful as an individual. Ma Lakshmi respects power. That's why she brings wealth to evil people. But here's the catch. Just because she blesses evil people with money doesn't mean that it's sustainable. She doesn't make evil person sustain their power and their wealth. Okay. She takes her wealth at some point. But building personal power is a very important equation in building a relationship with Mahalakshmi. Building a relationship with bringing infinite abundance into your life. You will have the ability to attract abundance. Just imagine if you have true power within yourself, you feel empowered within yourself as an individual, truly empowered, and you don't feel powerless at all. Now, do you think that attracting money is going to be a big challenge? No, right? You will be a money magnet yourself. You will effortlessly attract money into your life. You will invite abundance into your life. This is my sincere intention for you. Okay. So, how to do that? The first foundation. So there are so many elements to my building power. Okay, to build personal power, you need to learn a lot of things. But the first fundamental element about building your personal power is nurturing. You should either do these two things. Okay, you should have the ability to nurture yourself and nurture the people around you. Okay, the nurture the environment around you. That builds power. Or you can invite a person into your life who can nurture you. See, either way, you are building power and personal influence. Okay. You have the ability to influence people when you have this quality called nurturing. Nurturing is a very crucial quality that you need to have in order to build power, personal power. And that personal power extends to people around you, and naturally, people will begin to respect you. Even Ma Lakshmi will respect you when you have personal power. Now, whatever equations that I have said before supports this final point. So this is the building that you need to have, which is power. The more power you have, the more leverage you have, the more influence you have for good reasons, for positive reasons. Unlike evil people, when you have this, now it is sustainable wealth. Only a dharmic person who has power can have sustainable wealth. Other big person can accumulate wealth, can accumulate power, but it is temporary. It's unsustainable. It cannot be sustained for a longer period of time. Remember this. So other big person can earn money. He can do all the evil in the world and accumulate money and accumulate power. He can grab power. He can do all the power play that is existing in the world. But at the end, he will be given a checkmate by Ma Lakshmi. Because a person who is adharmic cannot have a sustainable wealth. It can be anyone, regardless of the person that I'm talking about. Okay. So remember this. This is a very crucial element. And also, they won't have emotional satisfaction also by doing that evil. And by engaging in evil acts, they won't have emotional satisfaction. So you may have millions of wealth, but you may not have emotional satisfaction and peace within you. That peace will be robbed away from your life if you are an evil person. Though you can earn a lot of money, it won't bring you peace at all. It won't bring you happiness. It won't bring you satisfaction, that contentment. A dharmic person, when they have power, when they have the ability to build power, personal power in their life, they can have wealth and at the same time peace of mind, happiness. It's an infinite loop of positivity from that point on. Remember that. It's an infinite loop of positivity. Just imagine that. Infinite loop of positivity. Wow. By inviting this quality of nurturing into your life, naturally, you will have the ability to invite abundance. Say, for example, you have the ability to nurture your body with proper nutrients. Your body will be healthy. You have the ability to nurture your mind, your emotions. You can heal yourself. So even healing becomes possible when you have this quality called nurturing. It puts you out of survival mode. It relaxes your survival mode when you invite this quality of nurturing. So this is a basic element for building power. Remember this. So in this next video, I'm going to talk about the ability to heal yourself. And I have given an elaborate answer for how to heal yourself emotionally. So watch this video and get benefited so that you can heal yourself emotionally easily. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I'll see you in this next video. Bye.